Hello and welcome to another modelling video. This is Alan from the Mokono Man at YouTube with another work in progress for the mass production type Qubeley. We've got a bit to show, but it's not assembled this time around. This is generally how I transport and work on the kit. Everything is in bags. The runners has finally been broken down to these bits. They don't have to be pulled apart until the kit is near completion and needs to be painted and glued in. As I am short on bits, I've made a mould of one and need to cast another 10. So that is going to work out. This handy blueprint is the drawings of the feet. Now the feet are going to be completely 3D printed opposed to the ones provided by the kits, which I'll show a little later on in the video. These dimensions are just enough for me to draw, print and sort out. Once the feet is done, then we need to do the binder and backpack, and that is all parts fabricated. This will be run through AutoCAD and 3D printed out of an Up Mini 3D printer. Quickly talk about these three bags. So the head is finished. I put a little putty inside to make an internal bit to paint black, and I inserted a mono-eye crystal, which is going to be interesting. There's nothing else to show. The binders I've decided to utilise and not 3D print, so they were primed and polished. Again, everything in this bag has to do with shoulders and binders. The shoulders has had a little bit of modifications, but that's nothing too serious. The legs, no change since the last video, except we can show off the kneecaps. That is bound to be cast in a very short period of time. And the arms, no change. Nothing has happened to the binder, as this will be used to measure to design my own. The feet has also been measured, but will be unused. It will be a similar size except for the feet sticking out. The bottom will be cut out and utilised and glued onto the new version. And this is the heel section. The new version will slot in like so, and there will be a magnet at the end there which will attach to this component. This is a part of the codpiece. There used to be 6 lines. They were far more evenly distributed out. The bottom one was removed. The top and middle ones has been shortened. We will show the front armour in the next bag. Last bag. The outer armour of the arms just need a bit more putty, as we just need to blend in those raised details a little more. There's still a bit of putty and scratching from the last session, so that might take a few more goes. This is the armour that goes around the waist. It used to be in 4 pieces. I decided to chop it up so the armour segmentations can show through. The armour segmentations has been added a magnet, a little bit of putty on the side for depth, and it sticks directly to the side. The top bit. Last bag. The outer armour of the arms just need a bit more putty, as we just need to blend in those raised details a little more. There's still a bit of putty and scratching from the last session, so that might take a few more goes. This is the armour that goes around the waist. It used to be in 4 pieces. I decided to chop it up so the armour segmentations can show through. The armour segmentations has been added a magnet, a little bit of putty on the side for depth, and it sticks directly to the side. The top bit just snaps into place. Everything will require quite a bit of sanding, a layer of primer, probably a little more putty and sanding before it's ready for polishing and painting, though that's going along quite finely, and the effort that this went to is really worthwhile. This is the armour that goes on the codpiece. Now you can see that around here has been dremeled, and a little bit of putty is going to be required, and it looks a little more circular. These 3 holes has been manipulated. The bottom one, which you see the outline for, the putty has sunken. More putty will need to be added and sanded back. The other 2 holes have been shortened. You can see that there's the stone in the back and a bit of milliput. So that's going to require putty sanding. This is the chest that's been 3D printed, drawn, assembled. So far I've only puttied the back so it fits on the existing chest piece. I want to build a little more putty over it, a little more putty on that, and just add a tad of depth. There's going to be a chest piece. It's going to be magnetized onto here, and there's going to be a massive piece extruding out and detailed. That will be worked on in the coming weeks, and then cast in resin. This is the kneecap. Needs one more round of sanding, and then it needs to be cast. So in the next couple of weeks there's going to be a lot of casting. And this is the inner part of the head. It's just going to be painted black and glued in. The big hole is where the mono eye is going to go, and it's just going to be a bit of a jewelry accessory. So that just needs a bit of sanding, and that's done. That is very, very easy. And we've got the crutch cod piece. The chamfers has been widened with a file all the way around. This hole has been opened up using an ultrasonic knife and drills. Everything is glued because it would just be painted in one piece. You can see the lines where a little more putty will be required. I didn't putty that because it would be completely covered by the leg. And then it just needs to be polished, so that is not too far. This is everything done. I'm going to be doing more work on this as the weeks go. May, I want to have everything 3D printed. June, I want to have everything cast, and by July, definitely into the painting stage. I think a week or two time I'm going to paint some spoons and just experiment with the colour scheme. The base or diorama parts has been ordered. It's going to be very, very, very simple. But the kit itself, structural wise, is doing well. I just need to keep motoring very quickly, keep putting a lot of work in. At this stage I can go backwards very quickly and very fast, but things are progressing well. I just need to make sure that the casting bits is where things are going to be successful. The 3D printing stuff has not been too bad at all. I'm just a bit worried about the binder in the backpack, as that's a lot of 3D printing and how that's going to come out. I think with the binder, that might be 3D printed off-site on a better printer, so it's a little less work due to the amount of detail it's going to contain. Regardless, thank you very much for watching. As always, until next time, stay tuned for further content. That's all the work. Does not look like much, but it is a bit, and the project is very enjoyable. There will not be a mad rush at the very end. This is the bulk of the work. The diorama is pretty much a board with a piece of fabric with stars printed on it. There'll be an explosive orb in the background. That's been ordered, and this thing is going to be on some sort of stand. So in the next weeks or so, I'm going to try to go to hardware shop and pick something up wood wise. Catch you guys later.